Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Izaias. Izaias is from Brazil, but he lives in London, in the UK. So let's see what Izaias has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Izaias. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So, tell me, how was your day today?
My day was quite long because I had to go to my office today. Even though I usually work remotely. Now you have to go like twice a week to the office, and my office is like 2 hours from home. So door to door, 2 hours. So that's a lot. But at least it's just twice a week, and it was one of those days. But I still
Awesome.
managed to get back home in time to join you.
Thanks, thanks again. Thanks for taking the time on this long day that you had today. Thank you. So tell me where you're from, Isaias.
I am from Brazil. I'm from a city called Teresina in the northeast of Brazil. Yeah.
Amazing. And I believe you are living in London right now.
Yes, I've been living in London for about 7, almost 8 years now. Yeah, I used to live in Dublin. I lived in Dublin for 2 years and a half, and then after that, I moved to London around 2016.
Wow.
And been living here since then.
And why the change from Brazil to Dublin and now London?
Okay, I moved from Brazil to Dublin first because I always wanted to live abroad, and that was a very good opportunity for me to go live abroad and have this international experience and improve my English. Because back home, I used to be an English teacher.
Wow.
Yes, I used to be an English teacher. I was a teacher for about 3 years and a half. And then I decided no, this is the time. I saved some money, and then I left Brazil, went to Dublin because it was one of the best opportunities for Brazilians to go and study abroad. First, I was supposed to go to Canada to study there. I applied for my visa. I quit my job to go there. But last minute, when I had already quit my job, they unfortunately denied my visa, so I couldn't go to Canada.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
have anything else to do? Then I said, oh, okay, can I ask my boss? He said, sorry, do you think you could have some students maybe go back? Because I actually didn't get my visa approved. And she said, unfortunately not. We cannot because all the classes, all the groups have already been given to other teachers. So you have to find something else to do. And then I said, okay, plan B, probably C now.
Wow.
And then I just spoke to my agent, the same one that did all the negotiations to bring me to Canada. He said, if you want, we can try to transfer your course to Ireland in Dublin. And it's probably way easier for you to go there and study. And then I found this opportunity quite interesting. And I said, you know what? I don't have anything else to do here. I don't have a job. Let me try it. And that's when I moved all the way to Dublin. And then, that's when and then after a long time, I met my ex-partner. Then I moved to London for that.
Amazing. I think you meant to be in London. For some reason, your
Yeah,
destiny was like
exactly.
here.
Indeed. Yes, that was
And what,
the original plan.
and what do you do for work, for living, Isaias?
I do digital marketing.
Mhm.
So basically, I run advertising campaigns on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Wow.
Also, do some consultancy for like automation implementation, CRM, customer relationship
Wow.
management. And yes, that's pretty much it. At the moment, I've been working as a consultant for a third-party company. So unfortunately, my project is finishing, but I'm already on the search look for other opportunities in the market.
Amazing. I think it's so interesting how life takes us in different directions and somehow you find your path, you find your, way in life that you meant to be doing what you're doing right now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's quite interesting because even like back home, I my major is English, so I studied English language literature. So I graduated to become an English teacher, but it was quite interesting. I love teachers. I loved being a teacher, but I couldn't keep the life. It was too stressful for me. Lots of work home, so you always had to bring home. You had to plan lessons, you had to correct tests, you had to do so many other things. It was very like tiring. It's very good when you have students that are actually learning, so it's very nice. It's interesting when you see, oh, they're learning, because I was also teaching for kids from 9 until 50-year-old people, so you
Wow.
actually live this thing. Those people, I said, these people come to here to get some knowledge from me, and I found that was quite interesting. So teachers are somehow respected regardless of the age of their students. For instance, of course, most of them doing, especially kids, they don't behave well and they don't respect their teachers, and that's our job to make sure they get educated. But then, yes, I always wanted to live abroad, and also wanted to get into technology, for instance. Is something that I wanted to study back home, but back then it was a little bit more difficult, especially my university, the ones that were nearby. I'm from Teresina, Piauí. We didn't have any university courses in that university for that specific area that I wanted. So I decided, you know what, I would just study English, because it's actually something I passed for to go to uni, learn. I managed to make some money, and that's when I came to Ireland, and then I started actually studying everything the online, because actually paying for a university would be very expensive. I was checking around. A couple of for you to get some of those certifications they were quite expensive. So I don't think I have money for that, but I would try. So I learned lots of things online, programming and other stuff. Unfortunately, I could not get a job in the market for a good reason, because I realized that digital marketing would be my thing. You know what? I don't want to bother this thing that focus on digital marketing with something that was nice. And some platforms, some big companies like Google, Microsoft. Nowadays, even back then, around 2014, they already had some free academies online with certifications given by those companies. So that's when I started, studying. I found, okay, good opportunity for me to learn a little bit more, get certified by those companies. And then, yes, then it took a while until I actually got the opportunity to work in the area. It was very tricky. But then, a beautiful day, I found a company that needed somebody who could speak Brazilian Portuguese and had some knowledge of digital marketing and all these things that I started learning with them. And then I said, yes, I'm the right person. So I went there, and then I learned quite a lot with them. They also had many students that they were providing some courses, training. So yes, and that's how I actually improved a little bit more, learned, got more like hands-on experience with that. Yeah. And that's what I've been doing since then.
Amazing. Okay, so during the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Izaias, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, indeed.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here my best friend. Okay, full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Okay, right.
Just do it. All right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, some reason you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay, definitely.
Right. First question for you is, where are you planning to go for your next holidays?
Oh, good question. On my next holidays, I want to do something very good. One of the reasons I haven't planned it yet, but I was considering somewhere in the Caribbean, like, I don't know. Oh, I'm still to find out. Maybe Aruba, something like that. I will see.
And tell me, when was your last holidays? Where were you?
Oh, my last holidays were in January, actually, because I was in Brazil for Christmas. I was working from there, but then I went to Fortaleza, actually. So yeah, I was in nice weather. And then I spent 7 days there before coming back to London to this lovely cold outside. No, yeah.
Next question. Right, next question, Miss. Okay, if you won the lottery, what would be your first big splurge?
My big splurge would be like buy a very big house here in London, bring all my family all the way from Brazil to live with me, so I could enjoy a bit more of the family vibes over here. And I would probably buy a very big, not a cruise ship, but a yacht. Bring all my friends for a very good holiday, enjoying life with lots of beautiful people, and having a good time for all.
Do you have a big family?
Actually not. No, no. I have like just two brothers and my mother and my father, of course. So it's kind
Wow.
of, yeah.
So tell me who in your family you're more close to.
My mother, I'd say. Yes, my mother is we're very close, especially because it's mother. Anyway.
What's
Yeah.
the biggest difference between you and your mother and the biggest similarity?
I say that the bravery. Like my mother is a very, she's a big fighter like me, and she's also very good at, let's say, teaching people about life. Like this is what you have to do. Like the month, giving advice to kid. I think she was very good at educating her kid, and that's one of the things. That's probably why I became a teacher, for instance, to mind kids. Yes.
And what the biggest difference?
She's very shy. She's like
Oh,
super shy. Like she speaks very quiet. She hates speaking loud. But whereas I am very open-minded. I've done theater back home. I've been like on a couple of plays back home. But yes, she's totally the opposite. She very
sweet. Yes. Very sweet. Next question. Let's do it. Izaias, before the next question, tell me how was for you growing up back in Teresina in Brazil? Tell me a little bit about your childhood memories.
Okay, childhood memories. I think it was I had a very tough childhood actually, because especially because my father got separated from my mother when I was like around 9, so I had to find many different ways to survive, especially because it's not easy, especially in Brazil. You know how things are. But then at some point, actually, as my mother was going to, focus on your education, I'll try to grow you up like a good person, and then she did it. And then when I was around 15-year-old, I had my first business actually,
Wow.
because of course I needed money. I had to study not so close from where I live because I wanted to go to a good school. So I opened my own business with a friend of mine. So basically, I said, you know what, we can actually make chocolate truffles and sell to people. That's cool. And I said, oh, that's a lovely idea, because she was pretty much in the same situation. And I just said, yeah, let's try it. We actually we gave it a name, very funny name. Not funny, but back then was Associations of Children Without Father. But it was just the two of us. Anyway, so basically we didn't know the recipes. I said, first thing, we have to learn how to do that. And then we managed to learn how to do it. And then we started making it. And out of nowhere, we started making like 100% profit out of everything. So it's like, wow, that's amazing. Then we just kept on doing. And then at some point said, you know what, you can do yours, I can do mine. And then we kept separately because she could do her business on her own time and I could do the same. And then I started doing that, and that's actually I managed to afford my school, and because that's where I was selling my my truffles. So I actually made very good profit, and that's how I made actually everything. And then of course I was also always focused on studying, because of course the education and what you have to study, because that's the only future that I can give you, right? And then I was involved also with lots of artists back home. So I was like acting with many different theater groups in my hometown, musicians. Also, I know many artists back home just because I have very good connections back home. And as of course I had many musicians and friends, I actually write a bit of poetry. And every now and then we do a small event back home, inviting like some people to come over and read their poetry and revive the old times. It's something that we quite like. Yes. And yeah, that's one of the biggest memories. And of course, now the thinking about other things, lots of cashews, mangoes, and guavas. These are not very good memories from the childhood, which is not the same. But then when I go home, there's now, for instance, I loved it. So one of the biggest memories, let's say, that I have back home is this thing of you being able to find fruit that I hear are very expensive, like I don't know, mangoes or cashews, the actual cashew berry, not the nut, which are you can only find if you pick it up from the tree.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Good. Next question is, what makes you really angry?
Oh yes, starvation. If if I go somewhere and I don't have food, don't speak to me. Yeah, my mother knows this very well, and yes, people who live with me know if I get very grumpy and angry, it's like you probably want to eat something. Yes, no.
Do you like cooking?
Yes, I love cooking actually. I quite like cooking. I've been one of my first jobs here in London. I was actually working in a hair salon in a small deli. So I was making salads and toasties and stuff. But back home, I also would be very creative when it comes to cooking using different stuff. And also the same here in London. I hardly ever eat the same thing because I usually try to create new stuff. I usually say to my friends that I cook like a witch. You know, I don't have the measuring ingredients because some people actually they need a scale to measure what they're gonna do. I just throw that and maybe this instead of that and just play my way. Go to the supermarket and see what's cheap today, what's the offer. Try to open it up and it comes out something always interesting to eat, I'd say. Not always good, but yeah, I might say I cook well.
And that's something, there is something that you can't eat or you don't like to eat at all?
Everybody knows that. I don't like I don't like pork. Anything like that has like pork, and it's something. I'm from Brazil. People think it's because of Muslim or Jewish, but it's not related to religion or anything. It's just because the smell of it. Since I was a kid, it makes me sick, like just to smell it. And then even my grandmother, when I was a child, she would like cook some bistecca with like pork bistecca or steak or something with all beef seasonings. And they said, "Oh, try this beef." I would put in my mouth and said, "Oh, this is not beef." And then I just grew up like that.
Wow.
Now I just enjoy it. Yes, exactly.
No pork in your table. Just
no pork.
no.
Pretty much everything else, I think, but no pork. Oh, liver. I had liver.
I love liver. I like
Oh,
it.
no.
Next question. Hey, Izaias, next question is, okay, if someone come up to you and say, Izaias, you need to remove forever from your phone, yeah? Social media, all of them, to get all the platforms, or YouTube. You can keep just one. Which one would you keep and why?
YouTube.
Tell me why.
Because I work with social media. Boom. I did my job.
Good for you, easy to answer.
Yes.
What do you like, saying that, what do you like the most about your job?
What I like my job is quite interesting. What I like my job is finding my audience, to find the right people that you actually want to deliver a specific product to. And that's quite challenging. And let's say the new technologies and the way that it's done now, if compared to the days that people just put on a TV, if you think it's just old ladies that watch it, put it on the TV, people pay lots of money. And now with all the new technologies that we have, like, I don't know, data that you can target your people directly. Hello, I'm here. Oh, I saw you're looking for a new pair of pink shoes. It's here, and that's what we do. We deliver the advertisement, we put the product in front of the people, and for that we need to understand their behaviors, and we also need to know a little bit more how to control people's minds, psychology, because marketing involves all that. You make people believe that you are selling the right product, right, so that they can buy it, and that's what we do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Ready for another question?
Yes.
Let's do it. Next one. Before the next question,
Yeah.
So So you are from Piauí, the capital, or you are from
I am
Teresina?
from Piauí, the
I
state.
see. I see.
Teresina is the capital of the state of Piauí.
Oh my God, I got confused. Can you imagine? Also, I thought it was the opposite.
Yes, you have Ceará, Fortaleza, Piauí, Teresina is the capital.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay, so tell me, if I would go, to Piauí, what is the postcard? What's somewhere that I need to see? I cannot miss it.
Okay, so we have Serra da Capivara, which is very beautiful. So we have some ancient paintings of some ancient Latin people that would live in Brazil. So you can go to the caves and you actually see real painting. That's one very famous in our state, and you can go back in the past how they pictured their own lives, because back then they didn't have paper, they didn't have TV, they didn't have their phone to take pictures, so they would register on the walls their style of living, how they hunted, how they lived their lives. So that's very beautiful. Apart from that, of course, the Delta is also very beautiful. So it's definitely a must see. Barra Grande, which is another paradise in Brazil, just almost like Jericoacoara. It's very nice, quiet, very good place to relax. And we also have the canyons of Poti. So yeah, Poti is our river, but there are some parts of it where you can actually you have the canyon, so it's quite beautiful. Some good views.
Okay. Next question is, what will be the title of your memoir?
It's called. This is my book. It is called Livro dos Dias de Izaias Sousa, Book of the Days of Izaias Sousa.
So that's my God! So you got one already?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you write there every day? Do you put your memories there every day?
I don't usually write my memories every day. I try to keep just something that I found quite special, every now and then. So yeah, I try to do it like that. And usually, like friends, I quite like for them to sign on it whenever there's something. When I go somewhere that I don't know, when you live in a country and you live, so you get to know different people. So I bring it and I ask people to sign, saying that they have nothing. Yeah.
That's an amazing idea, Izaias. Wow, I love that. And how long do you have that for?
Oh, this has been almost 8 years now. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, next question is, tell me what the funniest or the most memorable gift you ever received.
I got a sadomasochist kit for my birthday once. And I was in front of lots of people when I opened it, so it was embarrassing.
Who gave it to you?
He was a friend of mine, a Polish guy called Damian. This is lovely.
Do you still have it?
No, I donated to a friend of mine who wanted to spice up his relationship a bit, but it didn't work. He lost the girl.
That's funny. Right, I have 3 questions left, okay? Let's do it. All right, next question is, how would you describe a perfect, healthy relationship?
I think a perfect, a healthy relationship would be based on trust and love. I think that's one of the main things in partnership, right? That's one of the main things in a relationship, yeah.
Do you think in London it's do you find easy or difficult to maintain a relationship?
I don't know. I've never had a relationship. I was with my ex, so we met in another contest. So in London, yes, it is. I mean, it is easy if you are in a relationship. It is easy for you to maintain, I think, right? But finding one is the trickiest one. That's
Amazing. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, you were talking about London. What do you like the most about the city? And the opposite, what do you find most challenging living in London?
What I like most about the city is that it's a massive city and it has pretty much everything whenever you want it. And I quite like it because even though I'm from Teresina, which is supposed to be a small city, but it's still a big city, it thrives, especially at night. And then you see here it's very good. I used to live in Ireland and I found it a bit too small for me. It's like, I don't know, I like, big cities. And it's also because of the opportunities that this city has, also when it comes to job and everything. And what I hate the most about it is just this the routine. Of course, because of you living in a big city, having to commute, and then sometimes meeting friends is a bit tricky because people live in different parts of the city, and then getting to know each other. To meet each other is a little bit tricky. Like if I have some friends, that, okay, let's meet one day. Yes, that's 1 month. 2 months, 3 months, because they just have so many other things to do, busy. Yeah, that's one of the trickiest
And
one.
are you planning to stay in London for a while?
Yes, I'm planning to stay in London for a while. I quite like London. I wouldn't go to any other, let's say, any other city in Europe because I've been to most of them. And I think that London is a thing, especially because I like speaking English. If I would go to another country, don't know, I would probably have to learn another language because they'll probably go, I don't know, Germany or France. But no, I don't want to learn another language. I already speak 4 languages: Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and English. So
Wow.
my head, yes, my head. I don't think I can take another language, but you never know.
Never know.
Yeah.
Next question is, what is the soundtrack of your life and why?
Oh, I like that song by Belchior. Eu sou apenas um rapaz latino-americano, sem dinheiro no banco, sem parentes importantes e vindo do interior. Second. Yeah.
I can see you're a singer. I like your voice.
Oh,
Can you
thank you.
sing?
I'm fine. Huh? No, I just try every now and then go to karaoke or when I'm having a shower. If I'm in
Wow.
good, I try to sing sometimes. Yes.
Wow. Nice one. I like it. Wow.
Thank you.
Ready for the last question?
Yes.
Last question. But before the last question, you're talking about your career as a teacher, yeah?
Hmm?
When you think about your career, what was the highlight of your career that you're never gonna forget? Tell me a situation or something that happened that's always gonna have a special place in your heart.
Working with kids, I think it's very rewarding. One of the things that I found it very funny because I was in a school, and then there was the students, and then one day we had how do they call it? It's like a secret friend, but it was during Easter. So instead of bringing a gift or something, people would come with eggs, Easter eggs, for instance, to give to each other, the kids. And then once a day, the kid came down, he brought like 2 eggs. Okay, who is this egg for? And then she said, it's for you. She was so I found it very sweet. Of course, it's rewarding, but then another thing that is like, when as a teacher, like as an English teacher, and then when you're trying to also push kids to learn how to speak the language, to start using the language when it's not their first language, especially when they're not surrounded by the language, it's tricky. And then whenever you see like them around speaking to each other, they're actually speaking well, and then you say, oh, I'm actually doing a good job. So that's one of the things, first that's rewarding when you see that they're actually learning what you're passing to them. Yeah.
Totally. I totally believe as well. I think when you are a teacher and you're teaching, you learn a lot with children. They always teach a lesson for you.
Exactly. So yes, and that's one of the reasons this kid mother, of course, bought me this Easter egg because she said, "Oh, thank you." She was a special kid, and then of course, as she was a special kid, I would give her look after her a little bit more because she was an autistic kid. So I found it, it's so sweet because it's rewarding in both ways, because it's like, yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Very good. Last question is, are you a cat or a dog person? And if you could be an animal, which one that would be and why?
Okay, that's a tricky one because I like both cats and dogs. I had both. So I do both. I do both. Yeah, I'm bipedal. And if I was like an animal, what would it be? I don't remember the question.
Yeah? Which animal if you could choose?
Oh, right. I would be. You actually change the animals as you grow up. So now I would definitely be. Oh my God. Maybe I can actually not think of any animal now. Maybe a dog, because they have to pay for the bills. People treat you well, you get some cuddles and good food if you're being good, or a cat even that you don't even have to give love. But I like giving love, so it's
Great. Very good. Right, so then let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just the one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's start with money.
right. My pocket.
Okay. Fear.
No money in my pocket.
Family.
Love.
Life.
Rewarding.
Sex.
Good.
Love.
Looking for. Oh, two words.
Oh, religion.
The love.
Okay. Politics.
Peace.
Friendship.
Yeah. Family.
Desire.
Traveling.
Regret.
Not traveling as much as I want.
Success.
Recognition.
Wish.
A job in digital marketing soon. Coming.
Happiness.
Getting to know different new places, I'd say.
One word for London.
Big.
One word for Teresina.
Love.
See. One word for Brazil.
How can you? Madness. Love is the second one because I love that madness.
And the last one now, teacher, one word.
That's a good past now, but maybe future. I could not go because maybe in the future I can actually be like going back to teacher. Not a word for that.
Let's pretend I'm going to meet your mom for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your mom, define Izaias in one positive word and one negative word only. What she would say?
In the negative, she said, what am I saying? That I'm grumpy. That's what she said sometimes. Because when I'm grumpy, I'm grumpy.
And hungry, when you're hungry, it can make you grumpy. It can make
with other things apart from that. And so if there is something that is of my concern that makes that, so yes, I can be. And the positive one is that I should definitely say that I am a big fighter. That was just one word. Yes. Yeah.
What's your star sign astrology?
Scorpio.
Which day?
18th November.
I'm 17th of November.
Are you? Oh.
Yeah.
I usually meet those people. Every now and then I meet those ones from the 17th.
Wow, amazing. 18th of November. Wow. Yes, I'm 17. Scorpios. Amazing. Yes. Let's play now Izaias and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite Portuguese word?
My favorite Portuguese word is parapsicohypnoterapia.
Oh my God, that's a big one, long one.
Parapsicohypnoterapia.
Okay, amazing.
I don't know why, but I like to pronounce those words because it's difficult for everybody. Parapsicohypnoterapia. I don't remember what that means, but that word exists.
I'm not give a try because I know I'm not gonna be able to say. You can ask me a question now.
Right. What made you start recording broadcast like this?
You know what, Izaias? 2020, when the world went upside down, yeah. Before that, I was already thinking about creating a show or a YouTube channel where I could connect with people, where I could express myself, I could let my guests express themselves as well. But I didn't know what. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know which idea I could come along. And suddenly, one of those days in the COVID, I went for a run in the park, and this idea came along, and I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create some questions. I'm going to research some questions, and I'm going to ask people around the world, random people, to see what they think about. And it has been a beautiful journey. It's been so amazing to connect with so many different and amazing people and let people sharing their life experiences. And it's great. It came from out of nowhere. I literally had this idea, and I'm so grateful for that, because nowadays I feel the best, like connect with people around the world. So yeah, that's how it started.
That's cool.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, it was lovely. Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for being so sweet and bringing your energy to the show. Thank you very much. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
A positive message. Okay, what's the positive message of the day? Guys, whatever you do in your lives, if you have a dream, fight for it, and I'm sure you can get it. That's the biggest message I can pass to you.
Amazing. Keep going.
All the best. Yes. Everybody.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure. Okay, Izaias.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.